If you want to learn how to service, repair and restore 19th and 20th century mechanical clocks, then subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. This is a movement from an Ingersoll Legion clock, metal clock, made in Germany. It's been through the ultrasonic cleaner. You can see it's pretty clean and the parts are clean. We're going to put the movement back together again now. We've done the rebushing. You can see there's new bushes throughout the back of the clock. So we're going to start to put the wheels back in. We have to be very careful when we're doing that, because the gathering pallet wheel, we can see there, has a very small pin on it and has to be realigned there every time, otherwise we're going to get into strife. Right, we'll start off with the first wheel on the going side train. You'll fit him in there. Lift the top plate a little bit. And there he goes. So we'll put a nut on the end of these pillars here. Hold them together just a little bit, because we're going to have a lot of fun when we get up the other end fitting the other wheels in, and all the pivots on these wheels look like they were made for French clocks. They're all very small, very thin and very easy to break. Alright, that's the first wheel in. Now, second wheel, the going side train, that one there. We'll fit him in there. It's a bit complicated with these wheels that don't come out. There. Check that. Move that pivot across, goes into the bush there. Then we've got to put the gathering pallet wheel into there. Having done that, we check it to make sure it's in properly and it spins nice and freely. Right, now for the escape wheel. One there, and it has got a tiny little pivot on there. You can hardly see it. I'm not sure whether that's been broken or whether it's just really small. The end doesn't seem to be cracked or anything, like it snapped off, but it's very small. Right, put him in. He's going to go Whoop. Above there. And that goes to there. Now, put the second wheel back in again. Moved out just a little bit. Got him, and we'll put the escape wheel goes there. The escape wheel's not quite in yet. And the gathering pallet goes there. Nope, the escape wheel's not in yet. Second wheel's come out, pop him back in again. It's very hard to see doing overhead videos to align some of these pivots with the bushes. Put a nut on that pillar. Hold them down. And we can check and make sure that we've got them all set up properly. You can see they're spinning freely. Right, now we'll put in the strike side. Loosen a couple of these nuts off. Once again, these wheels will have to go in one at a time. The first wheel on the strike side goes there. I think all the other wheels are going to drop out, I reckon. Pretty much guaranteed, because that's a bit of a lift. There goes one of them. Escape wheel's fallen out. Goes in. All pretty tight there. Gathering pallet. First wheel on the going train. Now we've got to get the escape wheel back in again. It goes. There. Gathering pallet. Second wheel. This is definitely not easy to do. First wheel, gathering pallet. Now we're going to put the second wheel in. on the going side. Tiny little hole pivot to fit it into. Actually, I'll leave the escape wheel to last. That'll probably be a bit easier. It's going to fall out every time, guaranteed. Right, second wheel, the star wheel. And that these star wheels are never easy to get in. Not ever. Has to go down under there. And whoop, dropped out again. Yeah, see if we can get the bottom pivot to hold. Then top one down, gets into there. First one goes back to there. The gathering pallet goes there. Let's come out. Tiny little bit, that's got him. We've lost the first wheel. The going side drain. The hole that tightly enough to keep that in place without jeopardizing these. Shove those there. Okay. Now the last wheel. Goes in there. And that. It's a relatively long pivot. Is probably going to drop a fair bit of stuff out. To go down further. To the left a little bit. I think that is pretty close, I think. That's in, that's in, that's in. All right. I'll put a nut on that for a moment while I have a look for the fly. They're all in.